They tried to hide it. They buried it under layers of power, fear, and silence. They believed the truth could be controlled, rewritten, and erased. But in this story, truth refused to die. South Africa woke up to a day that would be remembered as the moment the curtain was pulled back. The air felt different, heavier, as if the nation itself sensed something was about to break. Newsrooms were restless. Social media timelines were filled with cryptic messages. Political insiders whispered that Mkhwanazi was about to make an announcement that would shake the foundations of the republic. At exactly 10 a.m., he appeared. The press room was overflowing. Journalists stood shoulder to shoulder. Cameras rolled. Security officers lined the walls, tense and alert. When Mkhwanazi walked in, the noise faded into silence. His face carried the weight of someone who had crossed a line that could never be uncrossed. He placed a thick stack of documents on the podium. They tried to hide this, he began. Not because it was small, but because it was too big. Too dangerous. Too powerful. South Africa held its breath. 4 years, he continued, you were told a story. A story of transparency, reform, and clean leadership. You were shown a carefully polished image. But behind that image was another world. A world of secret agreements, silent partnerships, and decisions made in darkness. And at the center of that world, he said slowly, is a dark secret tied to President Ramaphosa. The words struck like thunder. Gasps rippled through the room. Pens dropped. Some journalists stared in disbelief, others rushed to send breaking alerts. In this fictional universe, it was not just an accusation, it was a declaration of war against secrecy. Mkhwanazi opened the folder. These documents, he said, show how power was negotiated behind the people's backs. How certain deals were hidden under national interests. How loyalty was rewarded and silence was bought. He claimed there existed a secret network of influence operating beyond parliament, beyond accountability, beyond the constitution itself. A shadow system that protected powerful figures while sacrificing truth. They didn't want you to know, he continued, his voice firm. Because once the people know, control is lost. Outside, crowds were gathering. Inside taxis, radios blasted the breaking news. Markets slowed as traders leaned in to listen. The nation was stopping to witness a moment that felt like history being written. The so-called dark secret was not just corruption. It was deeper. It was about manipulation. About crafting a public image while secretly maintaining old power structures. About speaking the language of change while protecting the architecture of control. They tried to hide this because it exposes how fragile our democracy truly is, Mkhwanazi said. They tried to hide this because it proves that power, when left unchecked, becomes a disease. Hashtag they tried to hide this. Hashtag Mkhwanazi reveals. Hashtag SA in shock. Hashtag dark secret. The nation split in seconds. Some hailed him as the bravest man alive. Others called him reckless, dangerous, and hungry for chaos. But everyone listened. These allegations are baseless, fabricated, and designed to destabilize the republic. But denial only fueled the fire. People remembered other times when truth was dismissed as lies, only to be proven real later. Suspicion grew. Trust weakened. The wall of confidence around leadership began to crack. Mkhwanazi continued. They moved files. They silenced witnesses. They intimidated those who came close. They turned truth into a crime and loyalty into a currency. Outside, protesters gathered. Some held posters supporting him. Others defended the president. Streets became arenas of debate. Families argued at dinner tables. Churches prayed. Universities organized emergency discussions.